Welcome at our weekly group therapy session. As many of you can no doubt see, we have a few new faces here today, but before we introduce them, let's hear from our previous members. Why don't you start, Fritz?
Hi everyone. It's been a great week. It's been cathartic. It's been liberating. I'm now sure the US has landed on the moon.
I believe that cheese is dangerous to the human condition. As long as there's cheese, then humanity will remain on this tier of the evolution. Cheese is the opiate of the people, and it addles human progress more than war and superstition. Farm-made cheese, processed cheese, cheese slices, spray on cheese. These are the chains of the masses. I say ban cheese, and man will evolve to abandoning soft drinks and conquer the stars with their new mind powers.
Yeah, that's not really good. I think you're regressing.
Pens and pencils are the opiate of the masses. The assumed neutrality of pens and ink have been taken away from us. Writing utensils used to be safe for children and their parents, but now the governments of the earth have coated the backs of pens and pencils with mind-controlling ink. Everyone chooses their pens and pencils, and this keeps everyone from rebelling, keeps them like sheep.
Ooh. Darling, if it gets me a date, I will believe whatever you want me to believe. I finally believe that JFK was killed by Stephen King.
Well, it is a big improvement from robot zombie Martians, but you're still in paranoid country.
It's a big country.
Hi, I'm Moulder, and I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Hi, Moulder. Moulder, tell us a little more about yourself. Why are you here? Remember, this is a safe space with no bugs.
Well, it could all just be staged.
You are not the first to think that way, but I can assure you, it is. We are very sincere in our attempts to help you.
Not me.
Never mind, Fritz.
I used to work for a special branch at the Central Investigative Bureau for Federal Intelligence Agency, commonly known as the CIBFIA. I had the job for about 12 years, but a couple of days ago I quit. It's partly the reason why I'm here.
Can you tell us why?
Basically, I headed a small division that dealt with phenomena that could not be explained by your basic investigative techniques. And I believed that the explanations for these things are what is colorfully referred to as paranormal activity. Aliens, ghosts, vampires, Bigfoot, feet, Lady Gaga's monster balls and horns and, well, Lady Gaga. In short, my division was the government's answer to anything strange and ridiculous that nobody else wanted on their permanent record. Some people still believe that they have a future in this agency, and they don't want their records to show that they tracked a chupacabra through the mountains of Mexico for 6 weeks. I don't agree. I see it as dedication. But yes, I took the cases that nobody else wanted to touch. The job was supposed to be more bureaucratic than investigative. I just had to file a report and move on to the next one. And hopefully everything will sort itself out in a survival of the fittest pseudo-Darwinistic way. Except I went against orders. I kept scratching where it itched. For some unknown reason, I was convinced that the government was covering everything up. I wanted to do the right thing.
Just like Spike Lee.
And you said your partner was Agent Diana Scully.
Diana believed there was another explanation. She was always the skeptic, the non-believer, always trying to find scientific explanations for what we encountered. Swamp gas, weather balloons, doped up students. But at least she always gave me the benefit of the doubt. She always stood by me regardless of what we faced. Naturally, she did not go for the conspiracy theories.
Would you mind telling me a bit more about these conspiracies?
Sure. There were times we came close to answers, but the CIBFIA would interfere and we would pass go without collecting $200. And there was someone behind all this. Someone who had his fingers in every government pie chart. Glimpses of him revealed only one distinguishing trademark.
He dressed like Darth Vader and sang like the Bee Gees?
No, he used to chain smoke cigarettes. We referred to him as the Cancer Man, but then he began cutting down. We called him Patches for a while, but then he stopped using those. Now we call him the Carrot Man.
So for the record, you believe that this mysterious nicotine-addled government official came after you and put you here?
No, he tolerated my presence. I am responsible for overdeveloping my own paranoia.
Care to explain?
Quite frankly, I began to suspect everybody.
Yeah, aren't you that guy from that show? I'm sure he's from Men in Black.
And then finally, I had something of a breakdown. I was consumed whole by my paranoia, like a single M&M in the mouth of life.
Agent Scully? Yes, sir, we've just arrived.
I tried to make contact with aliens to learn firsthand exactly what we were up against.
I think I found the lead.
I lost touch with reality. Answer me, damn it! I know you're out there.
Oh, Moulder. I'm sorry. You need help. You're not right anymore.
You're right, of course. Stupid of me. But where will I find a flux capacitor at this time of night?
Moulder. Moulder. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Scully. I'll always be right here. So basically, at Diana's urging, I came here to get my head straight again. As for me quitting the Bureau, that was entirely my decision. Not because I was being persecuted for knowing the truth.
Aww. Yet you did so reluctantly.
I realized I had to make a change or else it would cost me. I just wasn't happy there anymore. But I dedicated 12 years of my life to the Bureau. I couldn't just quit. It's a paradox, I suppose.
Well, now for the ultimate questioning time, Moulder. Do you or don't you believe in aliens?
I do.
Well, that's no good, Moulder. But we'll help you get through this.
I believe that the people from IBM Computers are from this whole other world called Mercurochromble. And if the Mercurochrombians should ever come to our world, then our technology will be compatible with their technology. We should be able to incapacitate their defense system by loading Windows 95, or at least give them a virus.
But what if they run an Apple Mac?
We install the new iTunes and hope the whole system slows down.
Well, I guess that could work on a PC, but not on a Mac.
Of course, that's how it used to work. Apple were Plutonian colonists that settled in our world, and they are the sworn enemies of the Mercurochrombians. But recently, they made amends and signed a treaty, and their version of the United Nations is called Microsoft.
Where does Linux come in?
They're the Che Guevaras and the Mahatma Gandhis, and sometimes I think they're the Bill Clintons.
So what you're telling me is that in the long run it's better to have a PC with Windows 95 on it.
I'd go with Apple. It's like digital penicillin.
The cast and crew recommend genuine Apple products. Now on sale somewhere else. The latest episode of eX-Files now available on iPad. Yay for YouTube.
Sometimes I get these urges. Sometimes.
What kind of urges?
Strange urges. Alien urges. Unlike the way I've been brought up.
What exactly do you mean?
Sometimes I crave grilled peanut butter, banana and bacon sandwiches.
Like the ones Elvis was famous for? The ones that killed him?
I think he's trying to tell me something. Trying to warn me.
Warn you about what?
That this is all Truman showy. I believe I'm one of many humans placed on this earth by aliens for a reality program. Right now on an alien planet, they're selling t-shirts with our faces on it.
That is rather narcissistic, but I guess kind of cool too.
And Elvis figured this out. That'll explain his mysterious death. He figured out the secret.
But why him?
That's obvious. He was the king.
Okay, but why you then?
I think it's because of one of my hobbies. Sometimes being the best can also be a curse.
I take it you still believe in aliens?
Yes. In this universe, there's a push and pull between two energies, and their representatives determine how fragile our universe is.
Are you talking dualism?
No, not quite. They're not good or evil, they're just powerful. There's a psychic tie that influences their unseen powers. And currently, it's in direct correlation to success at the box office.
Okay, if you would like to explain.
I believe that this universe is kept in whole by Ralph and Joseph Fiennes.
Ralph and Joseph Fiennes.
You see, Ralph became famous for his role in Schindler's List, but at the end of the 1990s his career took a dive, and Joseph became a more sought-after actor in roles like Elizabeth and Shakespeare in Love. Now, Ralph's career is getting stronger again, and Joseph's career is in the doldrums. They can't be successful at the same time. If both of them are successful at the same time, this universe will die.
But what about their brothers and sisters?
They have brothers?
And sisters. One is a stage director and a filmmaker. The other one makes documentaries. And then there's the twin. One a conservationist, the other a composer. How do they fit into your theory?
Give me 10 minutes. I can't explain your question, and therefore I decided it's irrelevant. I'm gonna go and take a nap.
How do you feel, Moulder?
I always believed that the truth is out there somewhere. I just needed an opportunity to dig a little deeper.
No, Moulder. At some or another point, all of us believe that the truth is somewhere else, when in actual fact, it's right within us.
Yeah, there was a time that I believed that too.
Hound, there's nothing wrong with your body. Everything looks good.
But what is that?
That's your spine.
But what's attached to my spine?
It looks suspiciously like your body.
Maybe it's a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's just body tissue.
You're right, Doc. It's not a tumor. It's an alien fungus. And it's trying to attach itself to my central nervous system. It's going to sap my body fluid and it's going to make me into its pet.
That's just crazy.
The spine huggers. They've gotten to you too. And so easily.
So, Moulder, do you still believe in aliens?
Yes.
Seems like we'll have to take desperate measures then. Seems like we'll have to take desperate measures then.
And for the record, you believe that this mysterious entity out of government
But now, Moulder, you realize that being outside of your box is not a right. It's a privilege. Fritz never needed to be boxed, and you should follow his example. Now I shall ask you again. Do you still believe in aliens, and do you still believe that the government is trying to cover it up?